Each papilla consists of very small and closely interlacing bundles of finely fibrillated tissue, with a few elastic fibers. Within this tissue is a capillary loop, and in some papillae, especially in the palms of the hands and the fingers, there are tactile corpuscles. Development. The epidermis and its appendages, consisting of the hairs, nails, sebaceous and sweat glands, are developed from the ectoderm, while the corium, or true skin, is of mesodermal origin. About the 5th week the epidermis consists of 2 layers of cells, the deeper one corresponding to the rete mucosum. The subcutaneous fat appears about the 4th month, and the papillae of the true skin about the 6th. A considerable desquamation of epidermis takes place during fetal life, and this desquamated epidermis, mixed with sebaceous secretion, constitutes the vernix caseosa with which the skin is smeared during the last 3 months of fetal life. The nails are formed at the 3rd month, and begin to project from the epidermis about the 6th. The hairs appear between the 3rd and 4th months, in the form of solid downgrowths of the deeper layer of the epidermis, the growing extremities of which become inverted by papillary projections from the corium. The central cells of the solid downgrowths undergo alteration to form the hair, while the peripheral cells are retained to form the lining cells of the hair follicle. About the 5th month the fetal hairs, lanugo, appear, first on the head and then on the other parts. They drop off after birth and give place to the permanent hairs. The cellular structures of the sudoriferous and sebaceous glands are formed from the ectoderm, while the connective tissue and blood vessels are derived from the mesoderm. All the sweat glands are fully formed at birth; they begin to develop as early as the 4th month. The arteries supplying the skin form a network in the subcutaneous tissue, and from this network branches are given off to supply the sudoriferous glands, the hair follicles, and the fat. Other branches unite in a plexus immediately beneath the corium. From this plexus fine capillary vessels pass into the papillae, forming, in the smaller ones, a single capillary loop, but in the larger, a more or less convoluted vessel. The lymphatic vessels of the skin form 2 networks, superficial and deep, which communicate with each other and with those of the subcutaneous tissue by oblique branches. The nerves of the skin terminate partly in the epidermis and partly in the corium. Their different modes of ending are described on pages 1059 to 1061. End of section 62.